Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18 plus.
Welcome to the Having It All podcast, the show about what it takes to live an abundant, loving life. My name is Matthew Bivens, and each week I'm helping you get out of your head so that you can truly have it all. Let's do it. What's going on with your powerful self? Welcome to the Having It All podcast. My name is Matthew Bivens, and I am super pumped you're here with me and all of us together, this community of folks who are so clear that what we're playing for is an abundant, loving life. And that's why you're here, because you know that having it all is not just possible, but it's right there. It's like in your fingertips. And you're here to just engage in powerful conversations, raw, honest, authentic, transparent, bold, real, powerful conversations about what it looks like to have it all. So welcome. If this is your first time here, thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking a risk and investing a little bit of time in this podcast. And if you are a returning listener, then tons of gratitude your way. I appreciate you so much. Today's episode is pretty cool. I'm talking about winning in life. I'm going to share with you a secret that people who are totally crushing it in life, a secret, that thing that they do, thing that they use to help them just keep going and keep winning and keep crushing it. Something that you can absolutely use in your life today, like right now. So I'm excited to share that. And let's kick things off though with some magic. We're going to talk about how you have empowered yourself, others, or life. Excuse me, I get my own magic definition mixed up. Influenced yourself, others, or life in an empowering way. That's what magic is. And that's what magical moments are. Those moments when, you know, you've done something and you're like, man, you know, normally I would have done X, but today I did Y, you know, and you influence yourself in that powerful way. So we share magical moments so that we can remind ourselves how freaking powerful we are. My magic was from yesterday. Yesterday, my mom and sister came over, and with Sarah and Maya and myself, the five of us just had a totally magical, relaxing family weekend. And it was so beautiful. It was Easter Sunday, and so my mom loves to celebrate Easter. She's always enjoyed all of the Easter eggs and the little candies and all that stuff. And so now she's got a 2.5-year-old granddaughter she can pour all that onto. And so she came over. We did a little Easter egg hunt. Maya got some fun little things, and you know, she loves anytime that she gets to play with something new. So she got a bunch of Easter eggs, and she got to fill it up with all sorts of fun stuff. And my mom treated us to food, you know, and that's one of my love languages, food. I love being gifted with food and treated with food. And when Sarah cooks me a meal, I'm in such gratitude because that's a love language of mine. So my mom knew that, and she was speaking my love language this weekend, and it was just magical family time. I'm incredibly grateful that I have close family nearby, and my mom and my sister, and just the fact that I can spend that time with them and create those memories. I'm very, very grateful for that. So that's my magic, and now is your turn to pause this episode and think about what your magic is. When have you influenced self, others, or life recently in an empowering way? Think about it. Reflect on it, because that's how you just recognize how powerful you are. So that at any moment in time when you're feeling weak or you're feeling scared or you're not feeling confident or you're feeling like nothing goes your way or you're never able to get or create or achieve the things that you want, you can remind yourself that, you know what, day in, day out, you are creating magic. Because in those moments of doubt, you're just forgetting how powerful you are. That's it. That's it. And so now use this as an opportunity to rep that magic muscle and rep that muscle of recognizing those magical moments. So pause the episode now, and then we'll keep on flowing. I got some cool listener love today. This one goes out to Dana. Dana, you emailed me recently, and your email was awesome. I'm actually going to do a whole separate podcast about your email because you emailed me about being burnt out. Just like, jumping into a new goal, getting excited about something, and then after a couple of weeks or a couple of months, you just get burned out. And I've totally been there. I've got clients who've been there, and you're probably nodding your head right now if you're listening. And I've chatted with several of you who've talked about that, avoiding burnout. And so I want to do a whole other episode on that because, Dana, it's a perfect topic for this show. Because you know what? If you really align with this idea that you can have it all, then you might try to jump in and grab a bunch of things and start a bunch of things and get involved in a bunch of things. Because you're like, hey, I can have it all, so why don't I just do this and do that and join this and begin this project and all that stuff? And so when you do that, burnout can be very close behind. So I appreciate your email, Dana. I appreciate that you reach out and that you listen to the podcast and you just wanted to connect with me. That right there is magic. And then providing a really great topic for a future episode is magic as well. So Dana, thank you so much, and be tuning in. Maybe a couple weeks, maybe a couple months down the road, I'll do that episode about burnout. So if you feel inspired like Dana to reach out to me and connect and suggest a topic for the show or just say what's up, maybe you want to get into a conversation, you have a question for me, whatever it is, I would love to connect with you. You can hit me up on Instagram, Matthew_Bivens, or you could be like Dana and you can email me, mattcbivens@gmail.com. You can also go to my website and just drop a note in the contact form there. That goes right into my email inbox, and that's matthewbivens.com. So either way, if you ever want to connect, I'm accessible. Hit me up. Let's get into some awesome conversations. All right, let's flow into today's episode. I wanted to keep this one kind of short because my previous few episodes have been long, and I am going to finish up the series about, what was it about again? My mind's blanking. Your listener emails. You guys sent me some really amazing emails with some questions and topics, and I've been doing a 3-parter. My first one was about self. Second podcast listener email inspired was about others, and the next one is life. But I wanted to insert today's episode right in there. So this one's going to be a little bit on the short side, but that's great because it's going to be jam-packed, and you got some action items in this one. I know you love when you get the action items so you can go out and activate the stuff. So we're talking about winning. And we're talking about, there's some people out there and you just see them. They might be in sports or movies or politics, or maybe they're in your office. Maybe it's whatever, just folks that you see in life that you're like, damn, these people are just winning. Like they're just going after it and getting it, and they accomplish a lot of things, and they seem to be having fun while they're doing it. And I've been very interested in that as well, trying to understand like what is it that separates some of these people from the quote unquote rest of us, or whatever separation you want to create between you, yourself, and them. I want to figure out, because I truly believe that we're all so connected. We're all the same. We all start out with basically the same ingredients, and some people are just able to create different things with those ingredients. And it's not because they were born to a certain situation or because they've got some different ability that other people don't have. It's just the decisions that they make, right? It's their mindset, it's their attitude. And that's just something that for myself, I've studied over the years, and I've wanted to work on if I have areas within myself that I feel like I'm deficient, like I want to work on it, because again, I believe there's no difference between myself and people who have achieved the things that I'm playing for. And one of the things that I have found and seen is that when people are really crushing it in life, oftentimes they're playing games within games. Games within games. So what the heck does that mean? Well, first of all, it's really important that you understand that right now you are playing games in life. And the games that you're playing, you are 100% playing to win, and you are winning them. And that's true for everybody. All people. All of us are engaged in some type of game, and we are winning that game. Nobody loses in life. The universe is abundant, right? So there is no lose. There's simply winning. Now, what's really important is that you got to look at the games that you're playing. Because you might be playing the game of being a victim, and you're winning that game. Or you might be playing the game of being a mediocre student, and you're winning that game. So it's not that you're losing the game of being an A student, it's that you're winning the game of being a C+ student. See the difference there? Because there's a certain type of mentality. There's a certain set of beliefs. There's a certain paradigm, like lens through which you see the world, that comes with being a person who, quote unquote, underachieves, or who doesn't get what they want. And here you are thinking it's because you're losing at a big game when actually you're just winning at a smaller game. You're winning at your game. And that's so, so important to really understand. And you can see that across all different areas of your life. You've got games that you're playing within your role as a mom. Games that you're playing within the role as a business owner. Games that you're playing within the role of a spouse. And those games you're winning. Right? Maybe you're in the game right now of like Dana. Maybe you're playing the game of feeling burnt out. Yeah, that's the game you're playing right now. It's like, let me take all this stuff on, and then let me get overwhelmed. And it's like, yeah, guess what? You're great at that. You might be great at that just like Dana. Just, take stuff on, and you feel like you get overwhelmed, and you're winning that game. Winning the game of taking on too much, rather than losing the game of being effective at all the different things. So that's one big thing that you got to understand, is that you are playing games, and you're winning those games. Now, once you understand that, right, then you have a little bit of awareness, like, wow, you know what? I am playing some different games. And, we all have this like competitive nature within us. Even if you don't feel like you're competitive, or you don't feel like you're skilled, or you don't feel any of those things, you're still a player in this game of life, and you're still winning at the games that you're playing. Now, when people are out there and they're really crushing it, first of all, they're clear on the games that they're playing, right? And a lot of times they're pursuing games that make them feel great, that lift them up, that empower them in some way. So they're playing the games that they want to be playing. They're playing the games that, hey, if I win this game, I'm going to feel a certain type of way, right? So, they're going to feel a way that they enjoy. That's the first part. And then the second part, what they do is they create games within the game. They create mini games within the bigger game. And it's by creating and playing those mini games that you can stay on path and on course towards that bigger game that you're playing in life. And you can sort of swap out the word goals with some of this, right? Like if you're playing for some certain goal, you're going to achieve some big goal. You might have smaller goals along the way. But I personally like the word game, because one of the things that my intention in life is to have this childlike spirit, this childlike sense of play. I don't want to lose that as I get older. I felt that, you get older and you stop playing things, right? But when you look at things in terms of a game, now you go out there because you have that human nature, that side of you that wants to play to win, right? It's different if you look at work as simply that thing you got to go to make money. It's different if you look at it from that in that sense, or as a game. And then you're like, how can I go and win this game? And then maybe you're playing the game of getting a promotion. Okay, right? Because a bigger game you're playing is a certain financial goal that you want to hit, a financial milestone. That's the big game. So the mini game within that is a promotion. And then maybe you have an even smaller game, a mini game within that. Like, you know what? If I want to get a promotion, I want to get myself to work a little bit early every day. So I'm going to play the game of getting myself to work by, 8:30, 5 days a week. I'm going to play that game. And what's cool is as I started to understand like the games within games paradigm, I found examples of it all over the place. And so, I was watching NBA. If you listen to this podcast for any period of time, you know that I'm an NBA guy. and I was watching a game, an NBA game, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and there's this player, his name is Russell Westbrook, and he plays for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And it was towards the end of the regular season, and they were playing against the Lakers, and it was before the playoffs. And there was a rapper who recently died. His name was Nipsey Hussle. He was shot in L.A., and he and Westbrook were buddies. And so Westbrook wanted to dedicate his performance for this particular basketball match to his friend. And so in his mind, Westbrook was like, I'm going for 20, 20, 20. 20 points, 20 rebounds, 20 assists. I'm going to play that game within this bigger game of basketball. And so for that particular matchup between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Los Angeles Lakers, Russell Westbrook was like, in his mind, I'm going for 20, 20, 20. He was playing a game within the game. And he did it. He scored 20 points, 20 rebounds, 20 assists. And that was only the second time in NBA history that that's ever happened, a 20-20-20 game. But that's an example of a game within the game. And in sports, people do that all the time. You know, other basketball players might say, all right, I'm playing to get 10 free throws in a row. Or maybe in football, quarterback might be saying, I'm playing for a 90% completion. It's a game within the game. Right? Because the bigger game is that matchup, whoever they're playing in that moment. And they want to win, right? They want to score more points and they want to get the win. And the mini game is, let me do 90% completions with my passes. Games within games.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
You see it with politics and presidential elections. That's a big one, right? When it's election night in November, everybody's watching the whatever news channel you watch, and all night long you're seeing games within games because they're showing you the results, the poll results, state by state, county by county, games within games. And so the politicians, they understand that. All right, we got to win a bunch of these mini games to win the big game. So let me go and campaign in all these different states. Let me find the states that, where we might have a chance. So let me go and play that game of campaigning big time in, Idaho, right? And let me go there and just campaign like crazy. And then I'm going to jump on a plane. I'm going to fly somewhere else. And we're going to go to Nevada. We're going to campaign there. And they're playing games within games. Because if they win enough of those mini games, then they're going to win the big game of the big election. I was watching this video. It's like a goal setting video through Oprah's channel. I forgot the name of the channel. I don't know, something. But she was talking about her goal setting and how for her as she was coming up, because if you ever heard of Oprah's story, it's incredible. Like she's pretty freaking fantastic with the empire she's built and how she went about doing it. And so she was playing a game. Right? She wanted to build this empire. She wanted to impact people. And so along the way, she was playing these mini games, game within games. One of them that she played is that she wanted to be a millionaire by the age of 32. All right, great. I want to impact all these lives. That's a big game. And now one of my mini games is by the time I hit 32, let's be a millionaire. And then she changed the game. She changed it up. She wanted to become the richest black woman in America. So she played a new mini game. And one of the reasons why people do that is because it helps to keep you engaged. It helps to if you've got this big thing that you're playing for in life, sometimes it's tough to really see at the end of that road when you've accomplished that goal, when you've won that game. So you make these little mini games so you can stay engaged. You can stay, fired up. You can stay turned on about it, and you just go, let me play the mini game. Go, bang it out. Awesome. Play the next mini game. Go, bang it out. Awesome. And that's one of the things that you can do. And that's one of the secrets that I started to spot. And it was cool because I was having conversations with, folks, different friends and my coach and all sorts of stuff. And we were just talking about the games within games. And you see it all over the place. And so now I take that idea and I bring it and I teach it to people. The folks at the last Tuesday night play camp I was running here in Atlanta, I was talking to them about playing games within games, right? I had an exercise that I gave them, and they had 15 reps. And I said, okay, before you begin this exercise, play the game of doing all 15 reps and not taking a break. Because a lot of times people will do 4 and they'll rest. And they'll do 3 more and then they'll rest. Then they'll do 5 and they'll rest. And eventually they'll get up to 15 reps. And I said, don't do that. Play the game of going all the way through 15 reps. And it was cool because you saw them like, all right, cool. I'm going to play to win this little game of 15 reps on this exercise within the bigger game of this hour-long play camp. Games within games. So now that you kind of get that secret, you can begin applying it into your life. And one of the first things that you can do, one of the first places I suggest, honestly, is just look at your life and pay attention to the areas where things are really going great, they're going the way that you want them to go, and see what mini games you might be playing that are helping you along the way. And then look at the areas of your life where things aren't going the way that you want them to go. And recognize the games that you are playing that you're winning at in those areas. So if you're getting burned out with all the different work projects you're taking on, all the different pieces of life you're taking on, what game might you be winning at? If you're getting really frustrated with your partner and you just are seeing this pattern of fights and frustration and coldness, what game are you playing that you're winning at within your relationship? If there's things happening within your business that you aren't enjoying, employees that are giving you lip too much or whatever it is, what game are you playing that you're winning at? That the result of you winning is creating an experience that you aren't enjoying. So begin to take stock of those things. Next, select games that when you win them, you are truly going to enjoy who you're being as a result. You're truly going to enjoy what happens as a result of winning that game. Right? So start picking some games that you really, really want to play. That's the second step. And then once you've got in your mind those games that you really want to play, create some mini games that can help you on the way, that are going to keep you engaged, like stepping stones towards that big goal. Create those mini games and then go to work. Go play them. Go play those mini games and go win. And when you chunk things down like that, things can become a lot more fun. They can become a lot more engaging. Goals can seem a lot more manageable. And for a lot of you, if you're sitting there thinking like the whole wording of using the word games, if that's throwing you off, then yeah, just use the word goal. And you've heard that analogy of eating an elephant. How do you eat an elephant? Well, you do it one bite at a time. All right, so maybe your game is starting with the leg. Sorry to any vegans out there who are listening, but you know what I'm talking about. You get it. Games within games. That's all I'm saying here. So once again, action items. Become aware of the games that you're winning at right now in all the different areas of life. If you want some help of what areas to look at, use the 6 F's: faith, family, friends, fitness, finance, and fun. What games are you winning at in those 6 areas? And the ones that you're winning, which ones are you really enjoying the experience? Understand that. Then pick some games that when you win them, you're really going to enjoy the experience. Once you've done that, make some mini games out of it. Pick some small games and then get to playing and have some fun. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I'd love to hear what games you're playing. If you want to share the big games you're playing, I'd love to put some energy behind it. And if you want to share the games that you're currently winning, that you really aren't enjoying the experience of winning them and you want to shift them, hit me up as well. Connect with me, share those with me. We can put some energy into you shifting that and playing some games that when you win them, you're really, really, really going to love the result of winning those games. So hit me up, mattcbivens@gmail.com or Matthew_Bivens. I'd love to hold you accountable and put some energy into all the games you're playing. And thank you so much for hanging out with me today here on the Having It All podcast. I appreciate you so much. My name is Matthew Bivens, and here is to you having it all. Quick note about the Having It All podcast. I am not a doctor nor a licensed therapist. I'm a guy with a story and a passion for conscious conversation. My thoughts, opinions, and beliefs are my own. So please consult with your doctor or healthcare provider regarding any questions or issues you have related to your personal, physical, or mental health.
Every day, my employees get scam emails. I wanted to protect my business and clients, so I checked out CISA's Secure Our World. They've got 4 simple ways we can protect our businesses from online threats. Learn more at CISA.gov/Secure Our World.